Good afternoon, group, on this very sunny Sunday here in Napier. And yes, I do actually live very close to the beach. This screen we've got behind me, even though it is computer generated, it's not actually a lie. I live 3 minutes from the Pacific Ocean by walk, and there are palm trees on the beach. So yes, this is, you could say, my backyard. So today we are here to talk with international author and massage therapist and mum, most important job in the world, Catherine Toomey. She's here today to talk about her book, Lunar Wisdom. Just pop it up for us to have a little look-see. Great. If I didn't know better, I would think that it could be an astrology book because of the name. So tell me, what inspired you to write this book?
I think that I wanted people to engage with being touched. As a massage therapist, I just find that there's so much stress and anger and angst and depression and sadness. And there's so many people that go in the form of therapy or counseling. And so I just try to sponsor the idea of people trying some body work alongside those other therapies, as a way to stay in touch with the emotions and themselves, as a part of some of that experience that people go through when they recognize that there's a trauma that they're trying to work through.
So this is what the book is about.
My chapter, so Lunar Wisdom it's a multi-author book. There's 12 different authors, and half the book is people's stories of how they incorporate the moon and the lunar cycles into their business, and the other half of the book is actually spells. And my spell aspect of the book included things like a ritual bath, things that are to do with my role of explaining as a massage therapist how to relax and how to embody your own, solving. So things like crystals, candles, aromatherapies in the bath, around the bath, putting them out at the full moon. So there's a whole description of instructions on what to do to create yourself a ritual bath.
Do you have a alternative to those people who either don't have a bath or have a bath and cannot get out of the bath?
Yeah,
there are people,
actually,
especially the elderly, some of them, you put them, they cannot get back up again. So
yeah.
Do you have a ritual where it doesn't involve a bath?
Oh, of course, you can just look, it gets tricky because I actually work with elderly people over 65. So this is just my daily question where I hold back. What my recommendation is that you have somebody, a carer or a relative or somebody, be present and help you if that's the case.
Yeah,
where you're going to struggle to get in and out of the bath. That would be my number one, because if I'm actually recommending people get a step or stones or whatever to get in and out of the bath, I don't feel like that's really a safe remedy. So my number one add-on to the bath is to make sure that you've got some kind of supervision if there's any kind of stress for getting in and out of the bath.
Because there's nothing more luxurious than being in a bath, especially for those that have joint problems, which is a huge issue with the elderly. So it's usually a shame where they can't have a bath. So having somebody there, like, get them in and they get them out sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's really, really good advice. So you mentioned working the moon in with your business. As a massage therapist, how do you do that? So you do that through the bath ritual? Or are there other things that you do, like candles or crystals?
Yeah, for sure. So the bath ritual is really my spell or recommendation in the book. My actual chapter, which is dedicated to my dad, it just says chapter dedicated to my dad, who was a Pisces. I speak more about I speak more about the moon. The bathing is really my accompaniment. So there's lots of different types of incantations that you can do during the full moon or during a new moon, during a dark moon. And I, rather than talking about where or what you would do in those times, I thought it was, because I thought it was better to do a calming, more of a retreat from the moon, because I think the older that someone gets, the more sensitive they are to the moon. I feel anyway. I think if you speak to a young person, like a teenager, they're not necessarily going to really have that much of a grasp on lunar cycles or the moon. But that's like also maybe being a little bit judgy. But that's just where the book took me, was to talk about what I got behind in my interest in the moon. I talk about a little bit about the Virgo as MC. So I learned that in your astrology, Carla.
So you talk about Virgo, the sign Virgo?
So just for me, I found it really interesting to know that they were my revolving sort of energy. Have I got that right?
So yeah. You said Virgo, do you have a Virgo moon?
Virgo is MC. MC. No,
MC is the ruler, is the 10th house point. Is that where your moon is?
Yeah, no, my moon is in Scorpio.
Okay, so your moon is in Scorpio.
Yes.
Right. So I'm a little bit confused here. So you're talking about Virgo in the 10th house.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, isn't that
yes.
the end?
Because that's the MC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I talk about how that has helped me to bring the moon into harmony and flow in my life, because I understand Virgo to be the dreamer, and I understand where it's kind of represented in an outside way in my life. I've really picked up on it in a really sensitive way. And I was really glad to just sort of spend some time talking about how I think that dreamy relationship helps me to grow a little bit, because I find that I'm very strict and things. I'm a Capricorn, so like for my son, so I'm very strict and rigid and what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined. So I really like having that Virgo kind of come through even stronger if possible, to kind of try and help everything, just to lift everything up so that I can pat myself on the head. And I think that comes through as a massage therapist. I really try to bring that Virgo MC through so that I'm patting my clients on the back. And I think that's the role of any massage therapist when someone's coming through, for body work. You're obviously fixing aches and pains, but it's really lovely when you can see a client for any length of time and you've fixed the aches and pains, and they do keep seeing you just to stay in tune with their body and to stay in tune with what represents the end of a massage, which is, especially for people that aren't able to meditate or really can't find a quiet time in their busy life, to know that you've got that treatment booked in your diary really gives you that headspace. So you've got headspace to move forward. I know I've got that massage on Wednesday, so you're kind of moving forward. And then when you are there, you don't have to talk. You don't have to have any chit chat. You just
I know when I have my massages, quiet. Because I just go just to unwind. Well, if you unwind the mind, you unwind the body. And the body can be the facilitator to unwind the mind. So, as you were saying before, being in front of computers all the time and working on computers, you're in everybody, especially now with the 5G towers all around, and, everything is going to be going AI. It's going to be more important to be calm and grounded as the years pass by. And massage is a wonderful way to do that.
Yes. That's my feeling, that presenting body work and massage, especially I think in the Western cultures, we've just really not embraced it as fully as I feel that we could. The only thing I think, like we have from a body spa, and I know that there's wellness centers, and I think the idea is to just make everybody feel like they can afford it. That would be my interpretation, because it can be really hard, especially if you're a mum or a dad or, a parent, or a busy, 20 or 30 something. It's really hard. As much as you're encouraged to do sport and everything, I think that it's really good to be encouraged as well as your yoga and your meditation and your massage. I think it's really good to help you with all rounding, and so that people just get burnt out. People these days just seem to get burnt out with what they're doing. And if you keep that, frazzled energy going, no one's going to stop you. No one really stops you, really. You've really got to find yourself in the right mouse hole. And then, there you are, you're having a massage and you're like, oh my goodness, this is something I need to experience regularly. This is me personally as well. I've always put massage ahead of haircuts, ahead of nails. It's always, if I have to have something done, especially when I worked in the corporate world, I would, on a Friday night, I'd be doing my shopping, but then I'd stop in and get a neck and shoulder massage or something like that as well, like every week, because I knew as soon as I was there, it's like nothing. It's like you're saying, I have permission for nothing. And, in this age as well of consumerism and people just buying stuff off Amazon every 5 minutes or whatever, it's actually really good and a determinant to have that additional I'm nothing as well. I think that really helps. So that's a little bit of the passion that I've tried to put into this book, really giving a description of how much I feel body work and fulfillment of aches and pains. So there's so many people that are in pain and they just deal with it. They just have a Panadol. What I want, or painkillers, so many people are on painkillers. What I would want, or what I would like, is to bring that down to, instead of prescribing painkillers, prescribing fortnightly massage. See how you go with that. See how if every 2 weeks
I used to be a massage therapist myself. I used to go to a nursing rest home when I lived in Sydney, and I used to go every week and do the massage there. The matron used to say to me that when I would leave and the ones that I had massaged on would go to bed at night, they had a much better sleep, and then the following day, mentally, they seemed to be just a bit more connected.
Yeah. It does incredible things. Yeah. It does incredible things for your circulation. It makes your organs work better and faster. It gives you a more responsive blood flow. It makes you more mentally alert. There's so many things that massage actually affects, even before it's the obvious stiff neck or, sore shoulders or lower back. So many people have pain in their lower back. And they just cope with it because they don't have anyone, or massage can be just such a distant, possibly even female outside thing, unless it's not. And so, yeah, I just think it's really nice and kind to, yes, definitely draw on those clients that you've seen.
I think it's lovely that you choose to massage the older population. People that can't normally get around and that kind of stuff. I think it's lovely that you do that. Now, you have a second book there as well that you might want to give a little bit of a...
Okay, so this book, Magnetic Abundance, it's also a multi-author book. So they're both multi-author books here. This one, Lunar Wisdom, was released in October, but it's only just been released in hardback only a week ago. So available on Amazon anywhere. This one is really it's much more about being a mum and a massage therapist. So rather than the history and, the astrology of massage and the kind of the gatekeeping, which is what I put into Lunar Wisdom, this is much more how much of a pleasure and what a leap of faith it was to start a business in massage therapy. I started just before COVID. It was so hard. And yet I'm really so lucky that I did that, because it was in that space when Facebook was still Facebook, and all my business came through Facebook Messenger and Facebook Marketplace, which I could never do now. It would just never run. So I had hundreds of clients. I essentially started the massage business as a practice business. So I said to myself, I'm going to get 80 hours. And then after those 80 hours, I'll decide if it's what I want to do. Because my qualification was from 2002. And I missed out on being able to get high caps straight away because the course certificate was quite old. And even though I could still work, I could still get insurance, I could still do it. It still wasn't really, I really wanted to have a business where I could provide high caps and just basically I did want to do the extra work. You know, I love that extra work. So I did after the 80 hours, I completed the 80 hours easily and quickly, and I met some really amazing people and basically offered a massage where they signed a waiver on me being a student because I was. And then in 2020, I did a massage diploma, remedial massage diploma. So now I have a remedial massage diploma and a certificate, and I have a pregnancy massage certificate as well, and a Reiki 2 certificate and a crystal certificate. So basically I did all this work during COVID. And then finished my diploma, the whole of COVID trying to complete it, but finished my diploma. So I feel like I have all this education now. And yeah, as you say, I am sponsoring the over 65s, which is just, it's actually so perfect for me because I only grew up with one grandparent who lived a million miles away. So I actually did not have any elders around me when I was growing up. And I really wanted them, like it's a big, sore, nasty thing in my heart and it just goes fizz because I really did want to have, you know, grandparents to have around and to pat me on the head. And so I love, love, love this experience in my life. It's so karmically beautiful for me. And they're so incredibly generous, such generous souls and generous people as well.
So you've been busy, full-time mum, full-time massage therapist, you know, contributing to 2 books.
Yeah.
And I also know you have glitter shoes.
Well, I have my magic glitter boots as well, which is my
Now, haven't you got an offer on at the moment? I
always try and offer a free key ring. So if you
no, I'm talking about Lunar Wisdom. Isn't there an offer on for Lunar Wisdom?
There is an offer for Lunar Wisdom. So if you buy the Lunar Wisdom book and provide proof, I will send you a free chakra workbook. I will send you a free Reiki grid, which is just beautiful. I was looking at grids yesterday, crystal grids, and oh my goodness, for Earth Day, and they're just magnificent. I had to tie my hands behind my back so I wouldn't buy any more because I actually I went looking for, there's a particular one that's like a gold color it's for abundance. Polymite or something, I can't remember the name. I went to buy it and then I realized I already had it, and that was a magnificent experience, this beautiful crystal. So yes, I'm offering quite a number of just things that are like PDFs that I can send out to you. I will also do a moon, like astrology moon sign reading. So we pull a card from, there's 2 different card decks that you can choose from. You can go onto my Facebook page to find this information. There's 2 card decks that we use. We pull a card and then we, by knowing your birthday, just make a discovery on your moon sign, and then I can give you information about your moon sign, which is my favorite one, which I've chosen because it's my little harbor because of the incredibleness that I felt. It made me whole to learn my moon sign. And when I find out other people's moon signs, I feel whole about them. It changes the direction and the experience. And I don't know why sun signs became so popular in a way. I mean, as much as they are, and they are what they are, I think it would be so wonderful if everybody was encouraged to tune into a little bit of their own astrology, even in schools and things, just touch on it like it's not evil.
Well, Pluto, as you know, has gone into Aquarius. It's not 0 degrees. It's about to go retrograde again in a week or so, and then it'll go back into Capricorn for the rest of the year. and then next year it'll hit naught, it'll probably, it goes up to 2 or 3 degrees, and then it'll retrogrades again.
Yes.
So just know that as Pluto is going through Aquarius, it'll take until 2040 approximately, because Pluto is generational. It's a generational thing. I feel, because astrology is ruled by Aquarius, and with Pluto going through, it's about burning away everything that is not required and bringing in new things. So I do feel astrology is going to be more mainstream. As you know, I use astrology not only me as an astrologer, but I also use it in other therapies. And I would like to think that doctors, med students, even nurses, teachers, business people, I would like to think that they could use, and of course other psychotherapists and psychiatrists and blah, blah, blah. I'd like to think these people actually tune in to the healing tool that astrology is, especially because it's a very individual tool that you can use on a person that you can't use on anybody else.
Exactly.
You know, it really does give information that you are seeking and questions to answer why. So I feel that will come about. Until
so these books, they're available on Amazon. My children's book, My Magic Glitter Boots, is also available on Amazon. I have the special offer for Lunar Wisdom. So anybody that provides me with or can provide Christina.
I've actually got that on the group page, your special offer.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so happy. So I'd be absolutely ecstatic to be able to inform anybody of their moon sign or provide them with any of the beautiful suggestive PDFs that I have there that would just really accompany somebody that feels like taking a deep dive into some beautiful lunar wisdom full of spells. There's 2 Australians, there's some Americans, there's a lady from Italy, and then Magnetic Abundance, bunch of Australians, someone from Dubai, someone from New Zealand, I think, as well. So really international, and I'm so proud of my chapters in this book, in these books, both about massage therapy, my journey as a massage therapist, and just spreading joy to not walk past the massage therapy stand. Don't walk past it. No, you've got to, you know, take a little screenshot of it. Check your diary. Do you have a massage book? No? Get a massage book. Talk to your boyfriend or your family, friends. My little daughter does an incredible massage on my back sometimes when I ask her to. Get people involved with, you know, just a little neck and shoulder massage. Be responsive to how your body is feeling, and you'll feel that sense of clarity, that mind chatter will subside.
Yeah.
And,
thank
you so much for having me.
I highly recommend that. I have a massage myself every month, sometimes every 2 weeks if I need it. And I also have a healing once a month. It's all part of the self-care, self-pampering, which is what we should be doing for ourselves, especially with everything that's going on in the world. As souls and empaths, we tend to absorb everybody else's negative energy. Yeah. So really clearing that energy is the way to go. Yeah. Now, Catherine, it's been lovely talking with you.
Pyrite. The crystal is pyrite. That's the one you want for magnetic abundance. Pyrite.
Pyrite?
Pyrite.
P-Y-R-I-T-E.
It's just stunning. I'm in love with it.
Is it a gold color?
It's a gold color. Yeah.
Because pyrite is like fire.
Well, I think it suits me because it's solid. So I respond well. It was actually, I think it's a good crystal because it responds to me.
And that's the trick with crystals. You have to have some kind of a connection with it.
Thank you so much for having me on your little AAA group, Christina. Really,
that's okay, Catherine. Very, very busy woman. I mean, I know it's a Sunday and we're both had to find some time, but it's always great to have you.
And my Facebook is Catherine Toomey Massage.
Blessings. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Catherine.
Bye.
Bye.